Why do you think it's important for the voice of women, especially in this particular instance when people talk about violence, to be heard?
Violence affects women mostly because we are caught in between. The perpetrators of violence in most cases, in this case, are our children. And we lose lives. We are the protectors, as mothers, we are the protectors of lives. But when things like this happen, we lose lives. We mothers are the ones who grieve. We fought in the liberation struggle for equality, so that our voice can be heard as mothers and as daughters of a nation. Therefore, we implore our children not to be violent, not to be used in violence, in violent activities by unscrupulous politicians, whoever they are. We suffered in the liberation struggle for a long time. I went into the liberation struggle in 1975, and I was only 15 years old. And then I grew up with death, sickness, and a lot of other, and hunger. Now that we are in an independent Zimbabwe, it's not necessary for us to fight. We can sit down and share a snuff like we used to do in the olden days. Kushutisana fodla, tinopanana fodla, so that if we don't agree, we must sit down and talk. There is no need for us to fight each other. We are one nation. We are Zimbabweans. The president is on record saying we want peace. We want a new Zimbabwe, a Zimbabwe which is prosperous, which is good for everyone. Everyone is welcome in this nation. Whoever is ruling must then, whoever is leading, because we don't want rulers. Whoever is leading must recognize the role of women in this society. Because a society without women will never prosper. A society where there is violence, the women suffer more during violence than the men. We cannot run faster than men in any case, but we need to look into ourselves as Zimbabweans. And I mean every Zimbabwean now, not only women and only our youths, and even the men, our male folks, because they in the politics of this country, it is a patriarchal society, which when people disagree, they decide to solve their problems through violence. But if women do not solve their problems using violence, they talk to each other. We must talk to each other. We must listen to each other. If anybody has grievances, they should take the proper channels to deal with those grievances, rather than go incite our kids to go in the streets and be violent. More so, two wrongs don't make a right. The army came in to quell the violence, but then things get out of hand, and the president has called for an inquiry into what happened. That shows that our president has the people at heart and is looking to lead our nation into the prosperity that we fought for and stood up for